Training Thursday, 2-dose Thursday. Soon we'll be invincible. Hey everyone, and welcome. It's another Training Thursday for today, Thursday, June 17th, 2021. I'm Jordan Bateman, the Vice President of Communications for the Independent Contractors and Businesses Association, joined as always by
Kerry Vital, Project Coordinator for the Training Department.
Vital by name, Vital by nature, and we are both scheduled for our second doses, so very soon.
Soonish. Yes, you're before me, but that's okay.
Yeah, yes.
Saturday, only a few more weeks at least.
Big Saturday night in Langley for Jordan, getting his second dose, so it'll be great. All right, let's talk. I want to talk about a couple courses, and then I know that you would like to talk about the big NDP government announcement on compulsory trades, being a person who actually spends her entire life, professional life, working on apprenticeships and supporting the work we do here as the single largest sponsor of trades apprentices in the province of British Columbia. So stay tuned for that, folks. Kerry, what do you want to do first, labor relations or HR series?
Let's talk about labor relations because it's first. So that's June the 23rd. These are both webinars we're going to talk about. So it is, as I said, June 23rd from 11 to 1. It's another one with Pam. So we're going to do both of these with Pamela Bragg from Saar County Management. We do love her. Employee and labor relations is an exciting field that covers a wide variety of areas such as labor law, people management, and the relationship between workers and management in unionized workplaces. But the focus of this webinar is going to be on your open shop model with a non-unionized workplace. So it's called Labor Relations for Non-Unionized Workplaces, as you may expect. So it's going to give our members and non-members, if you'd like to register, a look into how to better understand your existing employee management practices.
Yeah, 2 hours, introductory, but definitely gives you that kind of base level knowledge you need in order to make sure you're doing things correctly.
Exactly.
Pretty simple. When is this? This is 11 a.m. on Wednesday, June 23rd. 2 hours long, so have a lunch. Pam's fantastic, by the way.
We love her.
Some folks in webinar format, they can't carry over what they can do in person to what they do in webinar. Pam does. She's very good at it. And $50 for an ICBA member. Come on. It could save you thousands in the long run.
Exactly. And we are very proudly an open shop organization. Obviously, if you are watching this, you really should know that. And if you don't, then surprise.
Yeah.
So we wanted to kind of get this into our members and non-members' heads just about this topic because, hey, it's pretty important right now.
Yeah. Open shop, 85% of the construction industry is open shop. Everything from pure non-union to employee associations to employee-owned companies to progressive unions like CLAC and CWU. All of that would be classified as open shop. This one is for non-unionized workplaces. But yeah, definitely worth 2 hours of your time as you navigate through all this stuff, and ties into our HR toolkit, which I'm sure we will talk about after we talk about the next class.
Oh, we like to talk about that all the time, yes. And so the next day, June the 24th, we have Pamela back, also from 11 to 1, for the next part of our HR series, which is conflict resolution, getting along in the workplace. Always a very important topic, especially as everyone starts returning to the office. We've at ICBA been back since last June, but as we move into our new office space next month, we will be seeing everybody back. So that's kind of exciting. Sidebar: we're not in conflict with anybody who's not here.
We love you all. We miss you. We miss your faces. The new office, by the way, here we have 16,000 square feet. We sublease in Metro Tower 3. There we'll have more like 10,000. So the conflict that will arise is, oh my gosh, I can actually hear the person next to me now, unlike now where we have a little bit of distance. So I'm already working on the intervention for Jonathan's very clicky keyboard.
I'm going to miss that keyboard. I sit beside Jonathan right now, but I will say that I will miss that keyboard because I see in the map of the new office that I will no longer be beside him, and I will miss him. But it will not be a cause of conflict, I swear.
Okay.
Conflict is a necessary part of personal growth development. However, it's an issue when people involved cannot work through it. So Pamela is going to walk us through how to work through conflict, what it is, how it can escalate, the stages of conflict, the types of conflict, effective techniques for intervention strategies, and a lot more.
That's good stuff.
In 2 hours.
Yeah, Thursday, June 24th. 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pam is also one of the folks who helped us a lot as we developed the wellness program. And certainly there's a mental health component to dealing with conflict. It can wear you down pretty good. So I'm sure she will touch on that as well. But yeah, having solutions, having constructive ways to deal with things. This is for both managers and frontline workers. So helpful tools for both parts of the workforce. All right.
Indeed.
$50 ICBA member, $70 for a non-member. Why are you a non-member? Just be an ICBA member and save yourself $20. And more importantly, support the great work we do here at the Independent Contractors and Businesses Association. We'll post the links below for these,
Indeed.
but also ICBA.ca/webinars for all the live webinars, but also ICBA.ca/courses for the whole enchilada. By the way, we used to say, what was it last year, 596 course offerings?
Yes.
Now
583.
583. This year it's looking like 700. Woo! That's 2 a day, people. Come on.
The training department is very, very busy. I will give the lion's share of the credit to our senior training coordinator, Ali. Yeah. She has been scheduling up a storm, which is funny and sometimes like, okay, you're trying to kill me because I have to keep adding them to all the calendars, but that's okay.
We are cooking with gas in the training department. Okay. Compulsory trades. Let me give a very brief intro, and then I will turn the floor over to Kerry, who has requested a rant, and I am here for it and going to enjoy this, because usually I'm the ranter, not the spectator. But here we go. From the time they're born, NDP politicians are raised to believe that the union ideology is the way to go, and only very restrictive public sector and construction, building trades unions have the correct ideas on how to deal with workforce issues. This was effective for the first 70 years of BC's history, and then fell off a cliff in the 1990s when the workforce changed. More importantly, the way work was delegated changed to the point now where, as we said, 85% of construction workers do not work in that very narrow building trades environment. But when you're raised from the cradle to believe in these things, and you see your market share slip to just 15% from what used to be 90% in the 1970s, you look for ways to try to prop up the model. And thus, we come back to the 1990s idea of compulsory trades. Despite the fact that C.D. Howe Institute and other places would tell you that that actually creates fewer people entering the trades than the system we have now, the NDP essentially believe that this is the way to go. They're starting with 10 trades, 3 mechanic and car mechanic, and 7 to do with construction. And now I will turn over to Kerry, who literally in this province, there is no one who works with more apprentices than Kerry Vitale. This is not hyperbole.
No,
this is true. Provable fact on ITA's website. Kerry, compulsory trades, the floor is yours.
So as Jordan kind of intimated over there, so I am the apprenticeship coordinator for ICBA, along with the director of training and Ali, our senior training coordinator. We are the lovely apprenticeship team, and at this point we have about 1,400 construction apprentices in our program. So literally we are the single largest sponsor of apprentices, let alone construction apprentices, in BC. And so I was watching this announcement last Friday, and I was actually texting with our director of training because I was getting so mad. I feel like it denigrates our work as ICBA. I feel like it denigrates the work of our members who are literally training these people every single day. They go to school, they go to work, they're accruing all of their hours, and you're telling me that this is worthless. This is not worthless. Yeah. This is a lot of effort by our members. They are training the next generation of construction workers. The 82% just through ICBA, and then the progressive unions as well, like I said, like CLAC and CWCU and the employee associations that we also work with. And you're telling me that this is just garbage. And a lot of the trades that are being represented are some of ours, like the electricians, sheet metal workers, HVAC systems, etc. And so now these guys and women cannot go to school for like 2 or 3 years. They're on the waiting list, and now this is going to make it worse. Uh-huh. So now I have to go tell an apprentice that, oh yeah, get yourself on the wait list and you'll get in 2025.
Yeah. You've hit on the key point there, I think, Kerry, which is...
I'm so mad.
Yeah, no, which is... I don't understand the mindset that you're going to bring more people into the trades by making it more exclusive. Like
Yeah.
by literally pulling the door shut, you're going to let more people into the building. That is not logical, and that's not how it works. ICBA, we were not consulted on any of this before the government made their announcement. Not a single phone call, not a letter. We sent a letter to them. They promised us consultation, never bothered. Now they're doing it after the fact, but the horse is out of the barn now, right? That's a problem. One of the things that will happen in this is there'll be some sort of ratio set as far as the number of apprentices per journey person. If the ratio is misset, you will actually see companies have to lay off apprentices because they will not be able to have enough journey people to red seal ticketed folks to kind of oversee these apprentices. It's like an exclusive club and they're pulling the velvet rope across. Just if you want more people into trades, it's pretty simple. Double the investment in trade schools in the province of British Columbia. Get them out of the Lower Mainland and put them in other places as well. Like go online, the Royal Roads University model. These are successful models that we use all the time at ICBA, and the 82% of apprentices sponsored by the Open Shop. But go hard on that. Don't go back to a failed 1990s idea.
No, I just don't really understand it. I just feel like who's going to want to go into this if it's like, it's a 4-year apprenticeship program that's going to take you 9 years. And then I think of some of my other larger companies that have hundreds of apprentices. They don't have hundreds of journey people.
No. Yeah,
so
there will be people. Make no mistake, there will be apprentices in this province who will lose their jobs.
Yes,
not because of performance,
100%.
not because they want to get out of trades, not because they're bad at their job. No, because the company can't find enough journey people in order to ratio them, to sponsor them, to oversee them. And they are perfectly capable. By the time you're a 3rd, 4th year apprentice, there's lots of things you can do, on your own or with a little bit minimal supervision. Not everything. That's part of learning.
No, of course not.
It's a progression, but it's a mind-boggling, Back to the Future moment where we're going back to the 1990s.
Yeah, it's been a rough week because I just feel like I'm just yelling at people.
Yeah. The other part of this is, younger generations have changed. I mean, I'm Generation X. Kerry, you're a millennial.
An elder millennial.
Sure, but you're a millennial. Take it and run. There's Generation Z behind you. We all have situations where we've worked with younger people and they come in and they perform very well at their job and they expect to be rewarded as such, promoted, advanced, paid better. And that's the beauty of the open shop model, is if you get a superstar, if you get the Wayne Gretzky of HVAC, you can pay Gretzky more to keep Gretzky happy. You can cut them into profit sharing. You can bonus them. You can do all these things. You can't do that in a collective agreement with these old school building trades unions. And that's why the young people aren't signing on with the unions in the same numbers they used to, because they want to be recognized for the work they do. They don't really think that Frank, who's been here 25 years longer and is a lazy bum, should be making twice as much as I am because I'm, running around doing all the real work. And, in an open shop company, you can weigh that out. You can make sure that folks are being paid what they're worth, not what they're mandated.
Yeah, absolutely. And I will say also, as the one who deals with the workforce development side of our training department as well too, with our employee network and employee connect is what we're going to call it, I get a lot of resumes from people who are in the building trades unions. They're not working.
Nope. No, you're exactly right. So there'll be a lot more on this.
Yes,
they've announced it. They claim they're going to consult. Consulting doesn't just mean checking a box. It means actually listening and trying to shape the policy based on what you're hearing. We're going to hold you to this. Not you, Kerry. I know your commitment. We're going to hold the NDP to this commitment of actual meaningful consultation. But right now, this is a troubling trend for the construction industry. And look, I want to be clear about one other thing. If you're watching this and you're like, I don't work on public projects, that's not a big deal. This is not just on public projects. This is on every construction project, private and public, in the province of British Columbia, from the smallest, moving a light switch that maybe you called an electrician for in your house, all the way up to wiring Site C dam. It is everything. So get your head out of the sand. Start to get knowledgeable on this, because this is coming, and we've got to make sure that we're pushing to. We don't want it at all. if it's on us, it's got to be done in a way that doesn't cripple the industry. And like I said, there have been many studies over the years, CD Howe's most notably, saying this doesn't work. In fact, 44% fewer apprentices in provinces with compulsory trades than in ones without.
Yeah, it sounds so good when you think about it. Oh, we want people to be safe and certified. Yes,
Sure.
but they don't have to be compulsory to do that.
Yeah, exactly. There's no effect on the safety rates, on accident rates, on incident rates. That is merely something that the unions and the NDP hide behind. So, a lot more to come on this. Watch ICBA's Facebook page. There'll be plenty. Watch Chris Gardner's got. We're working on an op-ed for business in Vancouver now. It's a hard issue to explain to normal humans. But for people like Kerry, who is an expert in this field.
Not normal humans.
No, but for you, you're an expert in this field. Yeah. And if it's this concerning to Kerry, who, again, is responsible for more apprentices in the province of British Columbia than any other human being, it should be a concern to everyone. So there.
Agreed.
I think you should put on your business card, responsible for more apprentices than any other human being in BC.
I'll go tell Jonathan that.
Okay, we'll get that going. Until next time, that is Training Thursday. A little bit of a different Training Thursday this week, but hopefully you enjoyed it.
We talked about courses, it's fine.
That's right. ICBA.ca/webinars, and we'll talk to you next week.